Now, Kenya's forests and protected parks are increasingly finding themselves at the center of a growing debate between conservation and development. From Nairobi National Park to Karura Forest and the Aberdares, environmental groups are warning of what they describe as a steady encroachment into some of the country's most critical ecosystems. But government agencies insist that development projects are being carefully planned and approved. As pressure for infrastructure expansion grows, the question remains, can Kenya achieve economic progress without compromising its environmental heritage? Agutu Rosa reports.
Across Kenya, a growing number of development projects are triggering concern among conservationists who fear the country's protected ecosystems are under increasing pressure. Recent proposal to excise land from Nairobi National Park for a new wildlife facility, plans to expand roads through Karura Forest, a proposed highway traversing Aberdares National Park, and developments affecting Ngong Road Forest, Uhuru Park, and Imenti Forest have all sparked public debate.
We are here to basically protest against what is happening at the Nairobi National Park, where a project is being done without following due process in terms of public hearings and public participation for the environmental impact assessments, where they are hiving off part of the Nairobi National Park, 89 acres or so, ostensibly to move the animal orphanage.
I speak today with a heavy heart, but also with deep conviction of the vital importance of this gathering here today. As the board chair of the Greenbelt movement, founded by Nobel Peace Prize laureate Professor Wangari Maathai, I am reminded of the central message around which she dedicated much of her professional life, that environmental protection is not a frivolous preoccupation.
The concerns come when Kenya continues to position itself as a global leader in climate action.
Let's now plant.
With President William Ruto repeatedly championing environmental conservation and tree growing initiatives.
The more trees we plant, the more ecological zones we look after, the more water catchment areas we look after, the more water we are going to have, the more rain we are going to have. Then we can harvest that water, put it in our dams, use it for food production, and stop importing food into Kenya.
But critics argue there's a contradiction between those commitments and some of the development plans being pursued.
These leaders have come to me because there is a danger of grabbing of 200 acres from Imenti Forest in Meru County to build a state lodge and a golf course. Imenti Forest is a water catchment area that is source of water for 47 springs and all the rivers in Tharaka County, Tharaka Nithi County and Meru County.
Experts warn that while individual projects may appear justified, their cumulative impact could signal a shift in priorities. In the case of Nairobi National Park, the Kenya Wildlife Service KWS says the proposed wildlife rescue and rehabilitation facility will occupy approximately 89 acres, which is just 0.31% of the national park. The proposed 4 billion shilling facility is expected to include modern wildlife hospitals, advanced veterinary centers, quarantine and nursery facilities, rehabilitation zones, conservation education centers, outdoor classrooms, and improved visitor infrastructure. For conservationists, the priority remains protecting ecosystems, but for agencies, the challenge is a delicate balancing act. Agutu Rosa, KTN.